but IQ. He understands the sport. He looks at it in a mental sense. He knows what he needs to do.
Yes, he did. He said, well, if Ray Leonard could beat Marvelous Marvin Hagler, then Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez.
He's got a great chance to beat him, man. You know what I mean? Terence can box, Terence can move, Terence can punch. You know what I mean? Terence ain't gonna be doing like...
What if I told you boxing legends, world-class trainers, and iconic commentators are all saying the same thing? Terence Crawford might just shock Canelo Alvarez. From brutal training camps to historic comparisons, insiders believe this showdown could rewrite boxing history. Lennox Lewis is stunned, Larry Merchant sees a blueprint, and Crawford's own team insists the pound-for-pound king is more focused than ever. Stick around because the voices backing Crawford are louder and bolder than ever before. Lennox Lewis was stunned by Terence Crawford's intense training for the Canelo fight. He praised Crawford's discipline and sharp boxing IQ, stressing that when Crawford locks in, he knows exactly how to win. Lewis said this level of preparation proves Crawford is fully ready for the challenge.
If you like this, please subscribe Punch Vista and click the bell icon for more latest and interesting videos.
At the top and be at the top. He moves very well. He's a very elusive mover, and his work rate is high.
I won't ask you who's going to win the fight because I know it's a question you've probably been asked a million times, but I will ask you, do you think this fight goes the distance, or do you think this fight ends inside the distance?
Trainer Brian "Bomick" McIntyre emphasized that the moment is not overwhelming his fighter. According to Bomick, there is no pressure on Crawford for this historic clash with Canelo Alvarez. He explained that Crawford has approached the fight with complete focus, treating it as just another step in his career. Bomick noted Crawford knows exactly what must be done in the ring. His preparation has been sharp, deliberate, and centered on execution. For Crawford, this isn't about the occasion's weight, but proving he is the pound-for-pound best. Bomick insists his fighter is calm, physically prepared, and strategically aligned to shock the world.
Have a fight rather than maybe boxing them.
No, I don't think there's no pressure on Terence because Terence gonna fight the way that he's used to fight. So by saying all that stuff that Turkey say or anybody else say, that doesn't bother Terence not one bit. You know, we train for one way, the way we're going to fight, and that's the way we're going to get the job done.
When people talk about this fight and they talk about the outcome of the fight, the sort of narrative online is that, look, Terence was moving up in weight, but we all know Terence can crack. When that fight was made with Errol Spence, it was seen as a 50-50 fight, and in reality what it was one of the most destructive performances I've ever seen. Should fans be surprised if Terence could manage to stop Canelo?
I think that fans are going to be surprised when he dismantled Canelo. The more time goes on, the more time Terence can settle into that weight, the worse is off for the opponent.
The last one from me, because I know there's timers now at that minute as you were talking, so I just had one more question. If he manages to get through Canelo Alvarez, does that cement his place on the Mount Rushmore of boxing?
You just answered the question.
Rhetorical.
Legendary commentator Larry Merchant drew a powerful comparison to boxing history. He recalled when Sugar Ray Leonard defeated Marvin Hagler, a fight many thought Leonard couldn't win. Merchant pointed out that Crawford's situation mirrors that historic moment, the smaller, faster technician taking on the naturally bigger, stronger champion. Just as Leonard used speed, movement, and ring intelligence to outmaneuver Hagler, Merchant believes Crawford can do the same against Canelo. He argued that sharp footwork, timing, and pace control will decide victory. In Merchant's eyes, the blueprint has already been written and Crawford has the tools to follow it.
I asked the great Larry Merchant, I said, do you think Terence Crawford has a chance to beat Canelo Alvarez? And Larry said, Jim, did Ray Leonard get an official decision victory over Marvelous Marvin Hagler? And I said, yes, he did. He said, well, if Ray Leonard could beat Marvelous Marvin Hagler, then Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez. And I said, why do you say that? He said, same equation. Get in, get out. Get in, get out. Yeah. Over and over and over. He's got to figure the angles and the approaches that will allow him to step in, land to the body, or shower occasionally upstairs, and then get out. That's what Ray did so effectively against Hagler.
Respected trainer Buzzy Ennis added a bold claim about the fight. He argued Canelo Alvarez has shown frustration before, particularly against mobile opponents. Ennis warned that Crawford is exactly the type of fighter who can make Canelo lose patience. Unlike William Skull or others who lack the skills to trouble him, Crawford creates angles, lands counters, and forces opponents into discomfort. Ennis believes this fight will not be decided by brute power, but by rhythm if Crawford frustrates Canelo. The path opens for a career-defining win.
You know that if he can't touch you, you know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean?
Now, did watching that make you feel like Terence Crawford has better than a 50% chance after watching? I know we've seen him against Lara back in the day, but now this is supposed to be a new and improved Canelo.
Yeah. I think, like I said, Terence got a great chance to beat him, man. You know what I mean? Terence can box, Terence can move, Terence can punch. You know what I mean? Terence ain't gonna be doing like Skull. Terence gonna fight you. You know what I mean? He's Terence from the streets, man. You know what I mean? He know what to do. You know what I mean? When it comes down to it, I think he's gonna wind up frustrating Canelo. You know what I mean?
So what's the right way? Because Skull was moving too much. Is as soon as he as soon as you turn him, then is that when you start firing off?
Well, see, the thing is, the right way, the way I would have my fighter doing is I'm boxing him, you know what I mean? And he coming at me, I'm hitting him, pop, 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 pop. And soon he gets set, I'll tie him up. Walking to the center. You know what I mean? We cruise to the ropes and do the same thing good. And keep on frustrating, hit with the jab, boom, boom. Keep on moving, but also hitting him though. You know what I mean? And he gets frustrated, then he let his guards down. And it's a good night.
Bernie the Boxer, another figure in Crawford's corner, also issued a strong warning. He declared Canelo is tailor-made for Crawford. Bernie explained that Canelo's powerful but predictable style fits Crawford's ability to read and adjust mid-fight. He praised Crawford's instincts, discipline, and courage, saying his fighter has both the skill and fearlessness to seize victory. Bernie made clear that Crawford isn't just showing up to participate, he's coming to dominate. He stressed, Crawford knows how to win and is willing to go through fire to do it.
A lot of people are saying about Crawford's age, but, you know, no boxing, no life, as Canelo would say. And Crawford still, you know, in age, but he ain't took no punishment. He's cautious, you know, he works hard throughout these years. So, you know, of course you're gonna, you know, you gotta count that in the factor. But in his heart and his mind and his spirit, he's still youthful about boxing. He loves boxing, and this is one way to get him up. You know, he's a challenge guy. He loves a challenge, and Canelo is the biggest challenge you can get. You know, we got to go up 2 weight classes, really 3 weight classes to get a guy like that. Hardest puncher, great counter puncher, tons of experience, undisputed champion, unified champion, a couple of divisions champion, and so we didn't get the Pacquiao or the Mayweather, but we getting Canelo, and nothing comes easy to Team Crawford, and expect us to look good on the 12th. Expect us to come out victorious September 12th.
Oh, we obviously just saw his fight against Skull, and people didn't obviously enjoy it, the back foot boxing from Skull and whatever, but what fight can fans expect from Bud? Because a lot of people think that it'll be similar to that or the Charlo fight or whatever like that.
The one thing about Crawford is he got guts. Them bums ain't have no guts. Them bums didn't want to win. Crawford want to win. That's it. It ain't about no belt. It ain't about nothing. You didn't sign the contract. We want to win, and he want to be the best, and he is the best. So that's what's going to be the difference. You know, Crawford got guts. He got a fighting spirit. So when you see Crawford, he going to go in there and get busy with Canelo. Don't you even doubt that. You understand? You ain't never seen Crawford stay on the back foot in no fight in his life. You understand? He the type of guy to go get you. So expect him to go get him. We going to do everything we can to him. We're going to do whatever we got to do, but one thing you can expect is Crawford is going to step to him, because you can't beat Canelo going on the back foot forever. You got to go get him. You got to do something, and he better know Crawford is.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned.